Hello Libra, so I'm doing your weekly tarot from May the 12th to the 19th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot, figuring out anything that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out, okay? Right, so you have got the Six of Water, which is the equivalent to the Six of Cups in traditional tarot. And it says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children and romanticizing the past. Now, this could be you, Libra. This could be someone else, okay? Again, just take it as it resonates. If you know that you're not romanticizing the past, then that's likely going to be someone else's energy towards you, okay? Issues from your past are being brought up to the surface. Again, if you just look at where that mermaid is in that card, she is up to the surface. We'll find out more in a minute, okay? I don't quite know what's going on here yet, and I'm not going to sit here and make guesses, okay? I read tarot and I feel out the energy, right? The Empress, Archangel Gabriel, it says lavish abundance, giving birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. For issue at the past, you might have been one of these individuals that was parentified as a child, okay? You know, it was your job to basically look after everyone else, even though you yourself were only a child, right? That has somehow impacted on the decisions that you have been making as an adult, and possibly feeling like it is your job and it's your duty to, you know, look after everyone else, right? Apparently you've forgotten to nurture yourself in this process, okay? Never underestimate the importance of self-care. I will keep going on about that until I'm blue in the face, right? Self-care is so important. I feel with this Empress energy, again, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, right? Empress energy belongs to us all. Remembering that the court cards are just aspects of our own personalities in any given moment, okay? Your Empress energy is what is being triggered this week, Libra. Your desire to create beauty and comfort all around you is super strong. We are going to find out more with the tarot, because I've got a few questions here that we need to ask to the tarot, okay? So what are these messages about Libra's history or childhood that's being brought up to the forefront here? Page of Wands and the Magician. Okay. Page of Wands can be child energy. Definitely can. That's very optimistic, right? And then manifesting, creation, bringing your ideas to life here with the Magician. So something is unfolding this week, Libra, where you might start thinking back on the things that you were really interested in as a child. And maybe you're revisiting some of those. Could be hobbies, could be skills, right? Gifts, spiritual gifts that you might not have used for very many years, right? It's this combination here, right? Because we've got optimistically tuning in to your own limitless potential, and then really seeing how far you can push it, what you can do with that, right? What you can create, because it's literally you turning your visions into a reality, but they're visions that you used to have, ambitions that you used to have. Okay. I mean, we did ask, What is it about Libra's history or childhood that's being brought to the surface? Apparently, you've abandoned something here, Libra. Something that you used to be naturally very, very good at. Apparently, you've abandoned it and Spirit's wanting for you to pick it up again. Okay? Only you're going to know what that is, right? Let's just ask, because there is that message there about romanticizing the past, and I need to find out what's going on there, right? I know it's only part of the message in that particular card, but for some of you guys, I feel that it's relevant, it is important, and I'm not going to just ignore it, because I can feel the importance of that. The Queen of Wands, reminiscing the past. Libra, I'm under the impression that that's someone else that's romanticizing and reminiscing on the past. What is this Queen of Wands? Yeah. Death. Before everything changed. Romanticizing the past before everything changed. You got the Fool that's coming out off balance as well. I'm suspicious, Libra. I kind of feel here that like that's someone else that's in your energy. I do. I feel that there's someone's thinking about you here. And they're thinking back. I mean, it could have been like, I don't know, a teenage love affair or something, right? Or it could be far more recent than that. If you've got an ex, and you know full well that they're not over you, right? I mean, someone's not over you with this Fool off balance. That's bitterness, okay? It's like, oh, it was over before it even started. Why can't we go back to yada, 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 the fun times, the good times, right? I feel that this is someone else that's in your energy, Libra. Honestly, don't be too surprised if someone that you haven't heard from in a long time reaches out to you this week. Oh, Knight of Cups. Literally, as I said that. Yeah. Okay, mystery solved, Libra, mystery solved. So this week, your focus and your ambition is going to be to revive something from your own past that you're incredibly gifted at, that you're very, very good at. And you now doing something with that for the first time in what feels like very many years. That the past is going to be a how do I say this? The past is going to be an active participant in your week in two different ways. Okay. In two very different ways. You have to do what is right for you in both of these situations, Libra. Okay. With that message of nurture yourself. Empress energy, that's someone who is vibrating quite high as well. Okay, sorry to sound woo. It's literally you taking care of business. All right. The Two of Water. For why this is happening. A relationship that continues to grow deeper. Forgiveness. The positive resolution of a conflict for why this is happening. You know what, Libra? I feel that there's two types of forgiveness that's going on. Okay. First of all, that self-forgiveness towards yourself because apparently you had abandoned something that you were naturally good at. Your interest in that is like super, super high this week. Almost like you're apologizing to yourself for having abandoned this skill or talent for so long, right? And I feel when you start indulging yourself in that, you're genuinely going to enjoy it to the point where you're going to be like, why the fuck did I give this up for so long? I forgot how good I was at this, right? The second type of forgiveness, of course, is obvious. That is someone who is likely wanting your forgiveness. Okay? Reaching out to you, seeing what the temperature's like with you, seeing if you're receptive. Yeah. Either way, there is a positive resolution. Okay? Can you tell us more about this energy for Libra? Oh, that was quite aggressive, actually. It's the Four of Pentacles. That was really, really abrupt. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You've also got Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini. I know that that's quite a lot already. Strongest energy, I would say Capricorn and Pisces, strongest energies. This is normally someone who is very unemotional. It's someone where you often questioned, do they even care? Do they even actually give a shit? Because the way they're acting is really cold. And I do suspect that actually that they are quite a naturally abrupt individual because of that unemotional nature to them, right? Libra, you've got them all in their emotions though. You really do. I feel also, well, why is this happening now? Because there's been an energy withdrawal. You've withdrawn your energy from them. And that has forced them to sit with their feelings. Without this cold facade, without the bullshit. You forced them to sit with their feelings here. Why is this happening now for Libra? Chariot. They might have Cancer in their chart. I doubt it though. I think you're the one that's got Cancer placements in your chart. The Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Wish fulfillment. Working on it. Moving things forward. Right? Libra, I kind of feel here like this is someone who's going, can we put the past to rest? Now, whatever your personal opinion is on that, right? I mean, for all I know, this individual might have done something so fucking horrific and so horrendous to you that the statement of, can we please put the past to rest, is going to be very dismissive. Right? So whatever you feel about this, that is private for you. And it's private between you and maybe between them, between you and them, right? I don't decide how a person feels about the energy that's coming out in their reading. My job is literally read the cards, feel out the energy, give you what I got. That's it. Okay? This is a complicated situation. I mean, they almost always are complicated situations. That's why they come out in the tarot. So we can try and demystify them, of course. But this is saying that a part of you is wanting that recognition. A part of you is wanting to know, do they care? Do they give a shit? Apparently they do. Right? Apparently they do. But again, Libra, you're going to have to play this smart, okay? Wait for them. I mean, don't wait for them, right? Not wait for them like that. Wait for them to make their move. And then you make a judgment call. Based off of how you feel. You're needing to observe and see if they are as good as their word. If changes have been made, right? You're the one that's going to have to be in judgment of that. Because I got to be a smart reader and responsible reader, and you equally need to be a smart observer and use your own discernment, okay? There's a message here about your future happiness. So I'm going to dig into that one in a second. Can you tell us more for Libra's future happiness with this Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles? Yeah. I thought the energy was a bit weird. You got the Seven of Swords here. That's come out ever so slightly off balance. And this one, the Page of Wands, and look, that is entirely off center, right? You've already had a Page of Wands out. It was there. This might be someone that you share a child with. This might be somebody that at one point you were engaged to, or you have, like, you had pets together, like you were building a family with this person in some capacity, right? I don't like it because of that Seven of Swords being there. That's someone's integrity is being called to question. And it's part of why this is happening now. Someone's integrity was called into question. They were probably caught lying. They were probably caught doing something that they shouldn't have done. Again, I don't know exactly what that is, right? I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive. I'm going to get another card. This is Seven of Swords. Why is it off balance? Yeah. The Five of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Chariot off center. I think it's games. I think it's games that were being played. Never forget the games that they played. The fact that they tried to take advantage here of some sort of insecurities as well feels dirty. Feels really dirty. We'll find out more as we go through the reading. Like, more is going to come uncovered. The Ten of Earth for what's going on in your blind spot. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life, right? So I don't feel like you're going to be giving this here too much of your attention. The reason being, I feel like you have likely already moved on from whoever this is. Do you know, honestly, Libra, I feel like they missed their boat with you already. I feel like you're long gone. I genuinely do. If this is someone who you might have thought, oh man, I will never get over this person, I will never get over what they've done, right? You absolutely will. With this Ten of Earth being in your blind spot. You're creating a very happy family life. You're creating financial security. through you being able to find the magic in the little things. That's joy, optimism, growth, positivity, right? A positive yet realistic mindset. You keeping everything crystal clear in your head about what you want and how you're going to get there. I don't think it involves that person, though. I don't. You got the Seven of Pentacles that's come out off balance. I'm convinced now that they've missed their boat. I'm convinced of it, because that is saying no investment, no return, dead end situation. You're not like, no, Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. Three of Cups twice. Another person here caused arguments. Another person here was brought into that situation, and it like everything just went wrong. And then you've got Three of Cups there again with the Six of Wands. What's this Three of Cups? Queen of Swords. Pushed the limit. They pushed the limit. They went too far. I'm not going to dig too deep into that Three of Cups, because it feels very, very private, very, very personal. And I feel here that you're genuinely happy these days. Like, genuinely happy. None of this forced happiness or fake happiness. None of this overcompensation like how you see on social media day in, day out. None of that. You're genuinely happy. You've genuinely moved on. Or will be. Ego. What's working for you? Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts for what's working for you. Libra, I feel like someone is driving themselves crazy. I do. That's devil energy. It's number 15. It's the devil energy. The Two of Swords. I feel like this is someone who put money, wealth, possessions, status, reputation over and above love and romance, kindness, compassion, true caring. I feel like this person made a huge mistake in putting material crap over and above the relationship or the connection with you. And I'm certain, Libra, that that is haunting them. I think it's haunting them. Because they've been so detached from what is true, real, genuine, important in life. They've been so fucking detached from that. It's unreal. And I'm suspicious that this Three of Cups is actually someone married or became committed to another person because of the status that that brought them. And it wasn't with you. It's working for Libra. The Two of Swords is saying, Libra, you're going to have to feel your way through this situation. And trust in how you feel. Okay, see how she's blindfolded? And then you've got the two swords crisscrossed across the heart. You've got to protect your heart. Feel your way through this situation. Does it feel right? Does it feel dodgy? What's working for Libra? King of Wands and the High Priestess. You're wise to it. Very, very wise to it. What's working for you is you taking control. Taking control of the situation. What's that King of Wands? Thank you. Strength. Well, there's your integrity. And the Moon. Oh boy, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands, yeah. There's something here with this Moon. And I feel that that Moon is indicating all of the things that have not yet been said. And because we're clarifying a King of Wands, it's all of the things that you've not yet done as well. So there's been a lot left unsaid, a lot of things that you could have done but didn't do. Possibly, I feel like you could have destroyed this person, but you didn't. Because you've got integrity. If the tables were turned, though, I'm not quite so convinced that they would have afforded you the same sort of generosity, Libra. And I feel like deep down you know that too. What's working for you, honestly, Libra? Stop wasting so much time trying to make sense of it. And I know that that sounds like a really counterproductive thing to do. But they're saying stop wasting so much time trying to make sense of it, okay? And just remember the shit that they did. That's not about being bitter or resentful. It's about having boundaries. Okay. How is likely going to play out the Eight of Water? And I know that you know what the Eight of Water is. It's walking away from something. It's not getting involved anymore with something or someone. Even though there's a lot of emotional investment that's been put into it. It's knowing, okay, well, this can't go any further. A desire to move on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. And the spiritual and emotional growth can only happen once we have emotionally surrendered and released whatever it is that was holding us down. Wheel of Fortune, that's beautiful. Libra, that's absolutely beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. A series of events that starts to unfold in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Cups off balance, yeah. You're not putting any efforts towards anyone that makes you genuinely feel like you're not appreciated, makes you feel like you're unloved, makes you feel like you're a reject. Right? You're not going out of your way to try and impress anybody who has made it crystal clear that they don't respect you. You're not playing those games anymore. And I feel like your response to them coming back out of the woodwork is going to take you by surprise, because your energy isn't going, oh, I have to run around after this person. Oh, I have to do everything for them. Oh, I have to make sure that, you know, that they stick around this time. And I have to make sure that they are going to like me and all this, that, and the next. Your energy is very much the opposite, Libra. Very much the opposite. Your energy, like your response is going to be, huh, well, that's strange. Why are they coming back now? Okay, that's a bit weird. Doesn't quite make sense, but whatever. Moving on. Right? It's literally, you have got better things to do with your time. And I know how bad that sounds and how cold that sounds, but honestly, given the way that they've treated you, they kind of fucking deserve it. They've missed their boat with you. I don't know what else to say. They've missed their boat with you. There is no way on this planet that you're ever given to anybody who put you in a position that made you feel like you had to work to be loved, that you had to earn love and earn respect and earn just basic compassion. Right? You don't have to earn those things, Libra. They should just be a given. They should be given and received freely. I don't see you putting any effort towards that. Look, the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's a mental prison. Maybe this is going to happen sooner. Maybe this is why you're like, I'm going to go check out the tarot and see what's going on there. See if this is coming out in the tarot. Because I can't make sense of this at the moment. With that being your strongest overall energy. Yeah, see, the Knight of Wands. That's a chancer. That's a chancer. It's just the timing of it is weird. You got this though, Libra, because you know full well that what you have now is a shitload better than what you had back then when you knew them, or when you were with them. Yeah, you know full well that that's the case. And the thing is, Libra, this might also be about their ego. Do you know what I mean? Getting back in touch with you just to see what the response is going to be. Just to see if they can. See if they've still got the same old charm as what they used to have, right? Especially if this is an individual who used to be a chronic flirt. They might be reaching out to very many others, not just yourself, and see who bites. Do you know what I mean? I find that goes on quite a lot as well. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Do you remember how I said that I didn't like that energy there because I felt strongly like at some point this person was trying to expose or take advantage of any of your own insecurities to use that against you? Those old insecurities might bubble up to the surface again when this person gets back in touch with you, Libra. Okay, so please do be prepared for that. All right. It doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean to say that you haven't healed. Okay. It means that you're taking an emotional knock, a temporary one, and you're going to be absolutely fine. Okay. Right. This is first quarter moon in Cancer, which is number 60. It could be a family member of yours as well, Libra, with that being a Cancer card that's come out there. Right. Okay, so it says drawing this card suggests that you might be allowing self-doubt to derail you. Chances are that you started off strong, fast out of the gate and full of bravado, but now you're allowing fears and doubts to cloud your vision. Family issues. I said that, didn't I? Family issues coming up and needing dealing with. Maybe you think you're not good enough, or you're waiting for something to go wrong. This is not the way to get what you want in life. Instead, be kind to yourself and then others. Work on your insecurities and head towards your goals. The energy of this card says, I am and I can. But it needs to believe itself, okay? So don't just say that you can and you are, Libra. Believe in those words, okay? And allow time for self-belief to grow. Knowing that you're scared or racked with doubts is better than not realizing it. Nurture yourself and believe that you're worthy of your goals. And then it's saying, okay, so there's an affirmation here. Energies of the first quarter moon in Cancer. Thank you for helping me to see that my loved ones and I can achieve anything. Okay, and they're saying for you to imagine yourself in a column of indigo or silvery light while you're focusing on this affirmation. Okay. Yeah. Libra, I'm focused on this energy a minute. It's because I think, going by what we've seen here and this message here, I think that this person is still trying to use any insecurities against you. Or maybe that's why they're coming back in, to see if your old insecurities are still active. Okay. Right. For a little bit of a laugh, let's take a look at the Swear Tarot. Obviously, don't take this deck too seriously, okay? It's just a little bit of cheeky fun at the end of your read, just to uplift the energy, okay? Stop sitting on your ass and take action now. So that thing that you had abandoned for a few years, that skill, that talent, stop sitting on your ass and get it done, okay? For everything else here that came out in your read, it sounds like a fucking nightmare, so good luck. And wait for shit to settle down, alright? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.